like the widow woman. Every time you went to the barrel, I just wish somebody would help me. Every time you needed something, there was something in your barrel. Somebody say, well, I ain't got no money in the bank. Who cares about not having money in the bank? I need money in my barrel. I just, whenever the Lord, I just wish somebody would help me. This is not the season where I might have a bunch of capital in the bank, but this is the season that the Lord will prove himself to be Jehovah Jireh. That when I get to the mountain, I don't know where it's coming from, but he's a ram in the bush. I didn't come to preach. He is Jehovah Jireh. The Lord will provide. Look at your neighbor and say, God will provide. I didn't come to preach, but Genesis 22 says that if you bring your Isaac and be willing to lay it on the altar, God called Abraham in the midst of getting ready to kill his son, and God says, Abraham, hold up. I know that you love me more than you love anybody. All I've come to tell you is you don't know where your ram is going to come from, but God will, out of the midst of the bush, speak and say, I am present. I am here. Look at you and say, God will provide. God can't speak to anybody to meet your need, because he sees your seed and then he speaks. Y'all not saying nothing? Hagar is in the middle of the wilderness. Abraham puts her out. Abraham was a bad dude. If it is, she done had a baby by him, and when Isaac comes along, she says, God speaks to him and says, get rid of her and the boy. Hagar is in the middle of the wilderness, and she has left Abraham, and she is, the record shows, she's praying, but God speaks and say, I have heard your seed. Look at your neighbor and say, God will hear your seed. Even if he don't hear you, he'll hear your seed. Even if he don't hear, y'all done left me now. He will hear your seed. If you're not a giver, and I ain't just talking about money to the church, if you don't help nobody, if you don't love nobody, if you watch people walk by people and act like you're the only one going through your miracle, you are somebody else's miracle. Confidence in an unfaithful man in hard times is like a broken tooth. You are like a broken tooth if you don't help somebody. If you can't be faithful to somebody else when they are going through, you want all the attention when you go through a little toothache, and then as soon as somebody is going through the loss, you can't be found. Confidence in an unfaithful man in hard times is like a broken tooth.